So far. So happy What's New Wednesday. For today's weekly What's New Wednesday, we are going to look at a preview of the sea glass Ohajiki jewelry and the sea glass marbles. So I'm so excited. These pieces are so amazing. You've probably been seeing the different little sneak peeks and behind the scenes videos that I've been sharing because myself and the team are just so excited. It's like a little candy shop over here at the Lita Sea Glass Jewelry Studio having all these pieces set up. So I'm so happy to show you this preview today. We do have a lot of jewelry and I'm gonna move a little bit faster because I wanna keep this somewhat short for you guys and digestible so that you're able to watch the whole video. But I'm gonna go through and hold up all of the jewelry designs that we're gonna be showcasing starting tomorrow night and Friday night in our two-part live stream shopping event. I will quickly mention, because I know I'll have some questions about how to watch. So you do not have to have Instagram or Facebook to watch our live stream. You're more than welcome to join us from the live stream app. I'm sorry, not the app, our live stream website. You can get the live stream website link by joining our VIP Inner Circle community. We'll email it to you so you can comment VIP to this video and we'll send you a link with the details of the live stream event for tomorrow and Friday, and we'll include that link as well. So the other places you can watch is, of course, on Instagram. How you can watch on Instagram is at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard. You'll want to jump over to your Instagram app and tap on the shell logo on our Lita Sea Glass Jewelry page. It's in the top left corner. And I think it's the same way on Facebook. I'm really not on Facebook a lot, but Sam and I tried it out last time. And you'll just go to our Lita Sea Glass Jewelry Facebook page and there'll be the shell logo and you can tap on that. And I believe that brings you into the live stream on both platforms, whether it's Facebook or Instagram. So both of these nights are going to start at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard. We're going to break them up the same way we did last time. That worked really well. So we'll be doing necklaces and earrings on Thursday night, which that is going to be the longer of the night because you'll see right now we have a lot of necklaces. And then we'll be doing bracelets and rings on the second night. And then we will show on the second night on Friday night any items that are still remaining from Thursday as well. So, and if you can't make it, if you can't join, we will save both of these lives to our Instagram and to our live stream website so that you're more than welcome to rewatch and shop in the future if there are remaining items available. And then additionally, we do always, this only is for Instagram, but after our live streams, we do go up in Instagram stories and we post short little shoppable videos for you of all of the remaining pieces. And we usually have additional one-of-a-kind pieces. We call this our after party. And so unfortunately, it is only available to do in the Instagram stories afterwards, but if you have the Instagram app, this is a great way to watch and hang out for that. So we'll be showing what's still available. That way I like to just condense it so that if you don't want to watch our entire live stream replay, you don't have to. You can just have like a quick spot to go to access what the pieces that are still available. And then we do always like to sprinkle in some new surprises in there for you. So we do have a beautiful new dainty and delightful jewelry style that you guys have not seen yet. We're keeping it a surprise, so you won't see it until the after party. And then we do have a couple beautiful aquamarine pieces that we're going to sprinkle in there too. So definitely join the after party if you can. Okay, so since this is a pre-recorded video, as you guys are watching this, I am on a plane coming back from Costa Rica. So I pre-recorded this for you, but Sam is here live. So if you have questions, just type your questions in the comments below for her and she'll respond, or you can send us an Instagram message and she'll respond and send you pictures or whatever you need. So she's here to support you. We're just doing the pre-recorded instead of live tonight. So I'm gonna spin the camera around and start to show you pieces. Okay, so I am wearing a couple of the pieces here, but I'll spin the camera back around and go over price and stuff for these items as well. And if you've never shopped live with us before, don't worry. We'll go over, how to shop and the rules and how everything works at the start of our event tomorrow night. So I'm just gonna scan the table for you a little bit. So as you can see, we have lots and lots of beautiful items to look at this evening. I always have people ask me, so here's like some loose marbles that are not jewelry pieces yet. I always have people ask me like, oh, if I can't attend this event, like when will you have another one? So we do monthly live stream events where we go live with you once a month, usually 2 nights now. We like to break it up into 2 nights. And then additionally, a couple times a week for our What's New Wednesday, we have limited edition jewelry drops. But for the marbles specifically, you know, the last time we did a marble jewelry collection like this was a few years ago, just because, as you can see, this does take up a lot of sea glass marbles. To make a jewelry spread like this, it takes us a long time to not only source and find the sea glass marbles, but then to make it into jewelry. So we usually only do something like this every couple of years. So if you are interested in one of these pieces, please make sure you try to join us. Okay, so I'm gonna start with, let me see, I'm gonna start with this style over here. I'm gonna bring everything up to the camera and I'm gonna kind of go over and show you the price. And just bear with me if the camera shakes a little bit, because I'm just gonna get up to grab everything here. So I'm gonna start with this style. This is such a beautiful classic style. And let's see. Okay, so this top one here is connected to the necklace. This one is all connected here on either side, and my apologies, I believe that is a typo. That should be $198, I believe. So I'm gonna have to double check on that price. But this one is all connected here as one piece, and it is short. This one's a 16-inch, and it has a little bit of an extender chain, but I really thought this would be so cute for anybody that likes layering. You could wear this necklace really short and then wear some others a little bit longer. So all the prices that you're gonna see, other than the pieces that are connected to a necklace, which I think this might be the only one, the prices are for the pendant alone, and then we do have them displayed on chains, but our chains we sell separately because we offer the chains in different lengths and different styles. So the pendants we're going to look at here, these are all $189. So we have this beautiful, this is our bezel wrap style. So it's a nice thick piece of sterling silver that's wrapped around the widest part of the marble, and then it tapers down so that it's nice and secure in there. But the thing I love about this style is that it allows you to see both sides of the marble. So it's a completely reversible necklace. So we have the beautiful signature bail that you know for all of our pieces. And for any of these that you see that don't have the bails yet, we're still in the process of just finishing some of these, so they will have the bails added to them, but I wanted to show you a preview of everything. So, okay, so these are all $189. They're all reversible, have some beautiful orange and yellow, turquoise for anybody that's a turquoise lover. And then we do have a couple that have these beautiful Trinity beads at the bottom. This is a gorgeous green one. The color in here is spectacular. It's really pretty. And then cobalt, and then this one is a little bit more petite, solid cobalt, which is really cute. Okay. So there's one tray here. Let me grab the other one. Okay, this one over here, same thing. These will all have the bails on them, but I am recording this a little bit early because it's before I leave for my trip. So we're just finishing a couple of the bails. Okay, so let's take an up close look. These are all featured on the Stardust style chain. Again, the Stardust chain is available separately. We love the 18-inch. It's one of our most popular chain lengths. You could always get it with or without the chain. If you love the Stardust chain, we will have all of our chains available in our live. Look at this one. This one's really cool. It has like cornflower and cobalt like wave patterns in it, which is really neat. This one's a solid cornflower. This one's a really beautiful smoky cornflower. And this, I believe, is a handmade marble. It has a little bit irregular shape. If you didn't catch it, we do have our marble and Ohajiki marble informational video that we posted and saved to our Instagram feed last Wednesday. If you want to go watch that, that's really fun. We kind of talk about the different marble making processes and a little bit of the time that they dated back in history to when they were made. This one's really fun. This one's more of a opaque color, like a milk gloss, with the white and the blue stripes. And then this one is a beautiful like cat's eye marble. Okay. I think I'm gonna do all the necklaces first, and then I will show you guys earrings afterwards. but it's just going to be easier just to kind of go through and keep doing necklaces. So I'm going to start with our more traditional style. So we have this beautiful classic design that I just showed you. We have a new design that's similar to the necklace that I'm wearing today. The one that I have on, the green one that you saw on me, is the largest that we have. Of course, I'm gonna wear the largest one, but this is the same design that I'm showing you here. This is our new little cage design, and we are all absolutely in love with this, and I hope you guys love it too. The idea behind this design was we really wanted to make something that was really gonna almost be like, you know, when you go to a jewelry store and, you know, I don't have any of my glass cases set up here in front of us so I can show you everything, but you have like the pedestal with the little glass box on top, and then you see like that beautiful necklace inside of that stand. That was the idea behind these necklaces here. We really wanted to make like a wearable piece of art that would preserve the sea glass marble and allow you to be able to still feel the smooth edges, but you can kind of move it in the setting, and so you could see every angle. So this was a really, really fun design. These were extremely challenging to make because they have to be made. This has to be made around the marble. So we hope you guys love these. These are really, really fun. We have two sizes. We have this medium size and then we have a petite size. So this medium size is $272. We have this beautiful orange and green one, yellow. This one is white and cobalt, sort of like swirling pattern. And this one is white sea glass with this beautiful like minty green color, like seafoam minty green color. Okay, let me grab, we have quite a few of these, but they're all on different trays. So I'm just gonna grab these as we go through. This next tray that I show you, this one has two of our oldest marbles that we're gonna be showing tomorrow night. And those are right here. These are German marbles. Again, if you watched that preview video, I kind of showed you guys these marbles and talked about them a little bit, but they were made around 1850 or so, and they're handmade marbles. They have these beautiful multicolors of glass that are fixed, sort of like, I don't mean fixed, but maybe melted into the surface. They're really, really cool. And all of my years, I've been in business for 23 years this year, and in all of my years in working with sea glass, these are the only two marbles I've ever come across that are like this. I know some people that have many in their sea glass collections, but for us, these are they're rare in general, but for us, they're really rare to find. I've seen some people that have handfuls of them, but we just really never get many. They're very, very old and really cool. So this one over here is beautiful turquoise, right? Turquoise and white waves to it, which is so pretty. And these can all move in the setting, so you can move them around. This one I believe is a handmade marble too, because it has that little flat spot to it. So the top one is $289. Then we have $379 for these two marbles here, and this one is $272. We have so much jewelry that everything just barely fits out here. So it's like a little puzzle getting it to go back to where it came from. Okay, and these are all $272 as well. That was the base price for this style, and then some of them were a little higher due to rarity, and then we have a tiny size that I'm going to show you next. So this style here, these are all $272. We have, this is a really beautiful marble. This one is gorgeous swirls of like seafoam with white. We have, you know how much I love the cobalt. We have a beautiful midnight cobalt, and this one that's like an aqua-ish and cobalt color to it. And I just want to point out too that Sam and Annaleel come up with all of the names for our descriptions. So if you ever see a name or a title that sounds just a little bit different than how I'm describing it, just know it's because everybody has, you know, a little bit of their own, their take on it when they're describing the colors. So sometimes we don't match up perfectly. Okay, next I'm going to show you the tiny guys, these cute little petite sea glass marble cages. These are awesome. These are all $239. So we have this beautiful, this is like a patriotic one right here. It's red, white, and blue. That one's so cool. And again, they all move in the setting, so you can play with them. It's almost like a little fidget necklace. This one is yellow, cobalt, and white. This one here is white, yellow, and orange. This is a gorgeous turquoise. That one's really, really pretty. This one here is cobalt. Oops. And then over here, this one's really, really pretty. That one almost looks like a seafoamy with the cobalt. It does pick up some of those little seafoam vibes. And I love this on the Stardust style chain, but again, we have the baby Rolo chain, we have the standard Rolo chain, we have the snake chain, the inlet chain, then we have a variety of chains that you can choose from as well. So, okay, so that's the new design there. Let's move over to, well, I'm gonna do these next here, these Ohajikis. So I wanted to do a classic double bezel for the Ohajikis. I think these are so beautiful. They're these beautiful round coins. If you're not familiar with what an Ohajiki is, the Ohajikis are Japanese marbles. They were used, I'll show you. They're these little flat glass marble pieces. They were used in Japanese children's game, and they're highly collectible. And so we have put them into some beautiful necklaces. We have some rings and bracelets too, but these are the double bezel necklaces. And the cool things about the Ohajikis are the colors and the beautiful textures. So you'll notice many of them have these gorgeous like patterns. Sometimes they're striped patterns or crisscross embossings. These are on the surface of the actual glass. So this is from, like you can see on this Ohajiki, it has the linear pattern to it. So that's from the original piece of glass. That's not something that happened afterwards or in the ocean. That was on there. And a lot of them have these beautiful, vibrant colors, which is a great time to be able to own a piece of really rare sea glass that has some of these colors to it, because traditional sea glass, you know, it's always really hard to find turquoise and orange and yellows and the rich blues like that. But in these Ohajikis, they have these amazing stripes of other colors. So these pendants are all $239, and I have a couple more to show you as well. Okay, so these are this next little necklace stand here. These are a little bit more subtle. This is like the color that I'm wearing, similar to the color that I'm wearing. I'm just going to show you the earrings that I have on because they do go with that perfectly. I just love this color so much. So these are all $239, the pendants. These earrings, I believe, are $298. Let me see. $329. These earrings are $329 that I'm wearing. I love this color. Of course, it's very similar to the aqua, which is probably why it's one of my favorites, but it is a perfect match to this necklace. So there are not a lot of pieces here that we have perfectly matching earrings. So anytime that we do, I'll kind of hold it up together and show you. So this top one is really cool. This is actually, we do have some bottle stoppers mixed in here, which I'm going to show you as we go through. There's some really cool, interesting bottle stopper pieces, and then mixed in with the Ohajikis. So these two are Ohajikis. This one has a really beautiful like minty seafoam, and this one is actually a bottle stopper top. So this is like a flat piece that went on the top of a little glass bottle stopper that would go in like an old perfume bottle. And so when the tops will break off, usually the stem breaks off from the top of it, and you're left with these beautiful round pieces. Some of them are kick-ups too, which I've talked about with you guys previously. The kick-up is the bottom part of a bottle, and I actually have something to show you. I'll show you this one. So if you ever notice, here's one that hasn't broken out from the bottle. So the bottle broke around it. So this is a kick-up. So on the bottom of the bottle, like you can see it a lot with wine bottles, there's a little piece that goes up like this. And so a lot of times when the glass breaks, because there's, you know, an indentation or an embossing around it, just the kick-up will break out. So when we talk about a kick-up, this is what we're referring to. And this piece in particular is super cool because it has the kick-up still in there. So just wanted to show you that piece so you could get an idea of it. And I think I have actually a glass bottle that is not actually sea glass yet that I could bring in to show you what it looks like on an actual bottle. So we've got those necklaces, and I'm just gonna keep going around in a linear pattern now so that I can go through these necklaces for you. Okay, so we have, this is a new design, which I'm absolutely in love with. These are so cool. This is actually a piece of black sea glass, and black sea glass traditionally, let me see if I can put these on these necklaces here. Black sea glass traditionally is not actually black. It's usually a very, very dark color of some sort, either like a dark purple, a dark olive, a dark cobalt. And usually when you shine a light on it, you can see a little shimmer of the color that it actually is. I think this one might be really, really, really dark cobalt because there isn't, I don't believe there's like actual glass made that's actually a black color. It's usually a dark, you can kind of see there's like a little bit of a sapphire-y tint to it. So it's really rare. We don't often get black glass, but that's what's referred to when you hear people talk about black glass. So we have this one here. This one's $298, and I'm absolutely in love with this setting. This is a new design that we just created. It has this beautiful piece of hammered sterling silver, the beautiful double bezel that goes around the outside edge, and then some beadwork here. We've got our signature bail, which again, you can see this is on the Rolo chain, which is a little bit thicker and it fits really comfortably. So if you have a chain or a collar at home, this pendant would look amazing with a chain or collar as well. And we have this amazing, almost has like a tint of lavender to this piece. And the fun thing about this one is you can see the little piece. This is a bottle top, the top of a bottle stopper, and you can see the part here that the glass stem actually broke off years and years ago because it's very smooth and worn, but you can see that little piece here. So, hey Sam. I don't know, I was gonna hear Sam coming so I could show you. I'll have some out tomorrow night when we have the live of the actual sea glass bottle stoppers so that I can show you what one looks like fully. But they're usually, they would go in like the top of a perfume bottle. It'd be a round top and like a little triangular stem that would sit inside of the bottle. And so this is what it looks like when the top comes off. So this one is $349, and then this one here is $249. That's that beautiful seafoam kick up. And I do have a couple more of this design as well over here. These are so, so cool. Okay, so we have an olive green kick up here. So this is that kick up, that part of the bottle that kind of is like half domed. We have a cobalt one, and these are always such cool pieces because they're kind of flat on the bottom and domed on the top, and they're usually very thick and three-dimensional. And this one is a bottle topper, but it's reversed. So this was the top part, and this is the part that the stem came out, and you can see the little ridge where the stem was. See, it makes like a circular design, and so it just is almost like cone shaped because the rest of the stem broke off. And so we set it with that design facing up so that you could see this beautiful little piece. So, so cool. And then of course we have this gorgeous round white at the bottom here. So these are all $298. I really love them on the standard Rolo style chain. I think they look beautiful on this chain, but you could certainly do a collar or an omega necklace, something that's a little bit larger if you prefer. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going right in a row here. We're gonna do some of the triple pendants. Let's see, and then I'll do these in the middle at the end. So you can probably tell from the amount of necklaces there are compared to everything else, Thursday night is gonna be the longer of the two nights for sure. And we did break it into the two nights starting last month for the first time to try to make each event a little bit shorter for you, because I know sometimes our lives go long, but in all reality, just to be completely transparent, I'm gonna take my time tomorrow night. I really, if you can't stay the whole time, we more than understand. We know that, watching live for a couple hours is definitely a long time, but these pieces are so unique and it's not something we do often. So feel free to pop in and out as you have to. We'll be doing necklaces and earrings tomorrow night, and then rings and bracelets the next night. So if you know you want a necklace and you're not interested in rings or bracelets, you can always come the first night or vice versa, but we're probably going to be on there for a while on Thursday night. So okay, so this top necklace here, this is a three-piece pendant, which is so beautiful and fun. I love the mixture of this beautiful white. We have this crisp white with the two ohajikis at the bottom here. We have the little swirl designs in between. This pendant is $379. And then we have this one here, which is very, very unique. So these are bottle stoppers, or the tops from the stoppers. And then again, this little domed part was the stem. So the stem came out from here, but clearly it's broken off years ago and then smoothed down. And this piece here is really cool because you see that pattern on both sides, which is really, really neat. And then this little cobalt nugget here at the bottom is actually the part of a stem. So this part used to be fixed to the top round part here, but this part, or not of this exact piece of sea glass, but you know, of obviously a different color because this one's cobalt, but that's that stem part that comes down, and then it's completely smoothed and rounded, so it gets this like triangular shape. So this is a very three-dimensional pendant for sure. Really, really cool. I absolutely love, love, love that piece. It's so neat. And then we have it double bezel set in sterling silver with the fixed bail. That one's $439. So we have some really amazing, like unique, one-of-a-kind pieces in this jewelry grouping for sure. Okay, so these next, we have 3 marbles here that I'm going to show you. These are our little octopus necklaces, which are so, so fun. We did this style, I think we only had 2 of them. We did them years ago, and you all loved them, so we did 3 this time. These are 3-dimensional as well. You can wear them on either side, back or front. It's like a little octopus just holding on to these beautiful little pieces of sea glass. So these are $279. They're all sterling silver. So the little octopus goes around the bezel here, and then this is all solid silver there. You've got his little eyes on either side. So these marbles don't spin. They are fixed inside of the setting. So this one's like green and olive. This one's purple and white. This one's really cool. It's orange and blue. So there, the little octopus. We have this necklace here, which is one of our bottle rims. So this is the side of a bottle. It's perfectly round and 3-dimensional. You can see it has this little embossing here that was like the crease or the edge maybe of the top rim part of the bottle. And then you can see where it kind of bubbles up and domes out there. Then we've paired it with this beautiful piece of like this smoky cornflower color. Single bezel set in sterling silver with this double, so it has like a double bezel on some of the sides to create this beautiful swirl. And then as always, you know, all of our pieces are open in the back. So that pendant there is $329. Oh, and this is the baby Rolo style chain. So the heavier the chain here that you see down here, that's the standard Rolo. And then this is the baby Rolo. It is about half of the thickness. The loops are about half of the size as a standard Rolo. It does look smaller than half of the size, but it measures exactly half. So if you like that chain, that we have those 2 different sizes, which are really nice. Okay, so we are going to move on. I don't think I've done this center necklace yet. We're going to do all the doubles and then the necklaces here in the front. So we did some double marbles and ohajikis that are really, really fun, keeping with that same swirl design. And it's not often that we can do a design like this and have it be really even. I love being able to work with these rounder shapes to make these really even, smooth. I'm a Libra, so I like everything to be very balanced. So this is feels really beautiful to have these like this. So these are all $329. They feature 2 pieces of sea glass. This one has 2 marbles. We have the beautiful green at the top, more sea foam, and this one has, some of these marbles are cool because this one has this green that's a little bit more of like a milk glass that's running through with the see-through glass behind it. So this one's a double marble. This one's a double ohajiki. So you can see the cornflower actually has a little swirl of darker cornflower in there. Darker cornflower at the top and lighter like periwinkle cornflower at the bottom. And then this one is 2 ohajikis. The top ohajiki has the beautiful turquoise and the bottom one has the cobalt. And then again, these are all open on the back. Really, really comfortable. And these are on the Stardust chain. Okay. And then let's move over to these. We have 2 more doubles. We put these separate because these are both the same price. These are $349. And these are super, super fun. So there are some marbles, of course, that have a little bit more saturated, different colors to them. And I feel like the colors in these marbles are absolutely beautiful. This one has beautiful like aqua background with a little bit of a limeish green, like yellowish limeish green, and then a cobalt. And we paired it with this beautiful cobalt at the bottom that has shades of cornflower. I mean, really, I feel like if you wore an aqua shirt or something with aqua in it, the outside here of this marble would look more aqua. If you wear cornflower, it bring out the cornflower. If you wore yellow or even like something in the green family, it would bring out those colors. You could wear cobalt. Like there's so many ways you could go with a necklace like this. It's really, really beautiful. And the same thing with this one down here. This is the orange Beautiful shades of orange and white in this bottom marble, and this top one has white, cobalt, and orange, but same thing, you could wear ambers with this, you could wear whites, grays, blues, it just brings out so many colors. So these are all single bezel set in sterling silver, and then the area that has the swirl of silver kind of creates like one side, almost like a yin and a yang of a double bezel on the other side. These are two of my favorites that we have. I love these two. Okay. And then Sam's been calling these the tulip pendants because she thinks that they look like little tulips. So these are very, very collectible ohajikis. These ohajikis are absolutely stunning. They just, you know, as you can see, some of them have crisscross patterns, and these have these beautiful swirls of color. They're just absolutely breathtaking. So this one here is $2.98, has cornflower. This one is $2.98, beautiful turquoise. And we decided to like mimic the swirls in the setting here. So it has swirls on either side with some beads at the top, which is really fun. And then down here, we have this beautiful one. This one is a beautiful large ohajiki. This is really, really pretty. I almost wore this one today. I love this piece. That one is $3.49. Okay, and I'm just gonna tilt this down here for these, and then I'll kind of hold them up a little bit. Hopefully that will be able to give you a good view of them. These are all $2.26 down here. These are ohajikis as well. And they all have different, this is like a beautiful cornflower. Has beautiful swirls. This one just looks like little wisps, like just little feathers. So, so pretty. Whoops. See, once I take them out, I can never get them as pretty to go back like Sam has them set up. Here's a beautiful yellow. These are gorgeous. We've got the cobalt here. Has like a little bit of a crisscross pattern. And then we have, this is a very different color for the ohajiki. This one's seafoam, but you can see it has the pattern. So that's actually an embossing. You can feel that in the surface. Has like a linear embossing. And then we have these beautiful swirls of seafoam color that are going through the glass. Isn't that cool? Okay, so those are the ohajikis. And then up here, this row, these are all bottle stoppers of some sort. They all have different three-dimensional, and these are like thicker and wider pieces. So I'm gonna start from the smallest to the largest, and I'll hold these up and show these to you. Okay, so this one, these are all parts of the stem of the bottle. Actually, give me 1 second. If I have my phone, I'm gonna text Sam and ask her to bring some bottle stoppers. Here's my phone. Let me see. Sorry, hang on 1 second. We'll Sam to the rescue. Let's see if she's in the office. Here she is. Okay. Can you bring bottle stoppers, please? Okay. If she sees that, she'll bring them over. If not, then I'll make sure that I have them with me tomorrow night when we do the necklaces, so I can show you. So these are really, really fun because these are all smoothed bottle stoppers. So this part here, again, was like the stem. You can kind of see from its like elongated shape, and these are all very three-dimensional. So this part here was where the circular part attached to. So that part must have, you know, broken off, and then this part got smoothed in the ocean over time. So we have this really cool three-dimensional. So what I try to do when we're selecting the different pieces of sea glass to create jewelry is I really like to select the pieces. First of all, we have to be able to use it and set it. It has to be flat enough in some capacity to be able to be set in silver. But if it can be, I really like to select pieces that are almost like preserving little pieces of history, like something that's really unique and really rare, you know, something that you're not going to typically find when you're walking out on the beach. So these are all fall into that category of these like unique little sea glass oddities. They're really cool. So this one is this beautiful blue color, really, really gorgeous. It does have a little, sort of like a little fracture here in the surface, but it doesn't go all the way through. And I'm not sure if it's a fracture, if it's part of where the glass actually bends down. This is another beautiful like three-dimensional stopper. So this was the point to the stopper, and then this part here on the top is where part of the glass flat topper was added. And the same thing with this one. This is really, really round. So another reason that's really cool to leave the backs open is when you can see both sides of it. It's really fun. So very round, very bubbly. These are all, they start at $249, $249. This one's $259. The next few I'm going to show you are $259. And these are all stems. So bottle stopper stems. So this probably went this way. Usually it tapers down. So the round bottle stopper top went like this, and then this little three-dimensional like rod of sea glass is the result, which is so cool. So all of these I have double bezel set, and sterling silver has a beautiful bead on the bottom. Look at that color. I say, isn't that gorgeous? Has a beautiful bead on the bottom. And then we do have the fixed bail, and you can see the bail is large enough that it can accommodate most signs, chains, or collars. Oh, I hear Sam's flip-flops. I heard your flip-flops. Thank you. I wanted to show some with these pieces here. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Thank you. Oh, you brought more too. Okay, cool. All right, so Sam to the rescue. Thank God she always is like listening to when I'm live. She knows there's always things. Okay, so here is a beautiful, this is a sea glass bottle stopper that's fully intact. So when we have some of these beautiful round pieces, this is where they're coming from. This part would actually go into the top of the bottle. If it was a perfume bottle, sometimes ladies would use the little part here to like, you know, dab and put the perfume on their wrist, but that was the part that would go into the bottle. So the round pieces that we have over here, like in this bracelet and used in some of these rings, that's this top part. And then all the necklaces that we're looking at now, that's this really cool stem. So that's that three-dimensional, perfectly like round and tapered shape. So, and all the bottle stoppers are different. Some of them are, like we have some cool, like really antique stoppers that were like this. And then just to show you some of them, I think I've showed you guys this one before on video, but this one here that has this really cool white with this little bubble that comes up here and this pattern on the back, that was like the piece, the three-piece pendant that I showed you back there that had that pattern on both sides. So just so that you can, you know, kind of have a visual to see where some of these come from. So this was a bottle stopper. This one, this probably was the part that something like this was on this side, but it broke off. And then this fat part is like right here from the middle. And this part here kind of comes to like a soft triangle. So that's where, if this broke off, that's that soft triangle that forms. So just want to show you a couple of them so you can start to get an understanding of these pieces that you're looking at and why they're so unique. So we have $249, $259. This one's $269, and we price not only by rarity but by the gram weight of metal used. So if you see a design that's all the same design, and you notice a price difference, it's most likely due to more silver. So this really cool like three-dimensional piece here. Now you have that visual, and you know that it came from this right here, which is really neat. Okay, so that one's like a beautiful aqua color. This one is sort of like a little bit of like an aqua seafoam white, really pretty color. These are so fun. I love the linear shape to these. I love the three-dimensional nature. They're very unique. This one is, that one was $269. The one I showed before was $269. This one is $269. This is our only cobalt one. This one is so cool. So how this one is formed is it's very three-dimensional in here too. So if I hold it to the side, you can see this was the stopper, and then this was part of the round top. You can see this is actually not a crack. It's part of the sea glass. That's where that round top was. And I just think it's just so neat. I love to be able to feel these soft edges too. It's really, really so cool. So that's the only cobalt one. Then we have this one that's in a seafoam color. This is a really spectacular shape too. I really love this one. So this one, again, you can see it almost looks like a little bulb. So you have this rounder, like wider part here, and then it tapers. And this one for the back and the front, you can see. So again, for the bottle stopper, this was part of, I'll show you this one because this one is like half cracked. So this is that, okay? And then this one is if this piece was to keep smoothing down, you get these little wider spots here, and that's what this makes. So this one is perfectly smooth, perfectly worn, little, almost looks like a little paisley design. It's so, so cool. Okay, and then last but not least, we have this one here, which is really beautiful, vivid aqua, very three-dimensional, really, really smooth, cool piece here. Almost just looks like ice crystals. Like, oh my gosh, my daughter loved Frozen when she was little, and it just reminds me of something that she would have had in her castle. Little frozen ice castle necklace over here. So pretty. And then all of this that you can see on the surface, this is a great, great, great example of the little C-shaped markings that you always find on authentic sea glass, and that looks like sugar. That's the frosting. So that's what we call it, the frosting on the sea glass, but that's the hydration. So the glass being stuck in the ocean for years and years, the pH levels of the ocean hydrate the surface of the glass and break it down. And then that's what allows the glass to be able to smooth down and wear down as it tumbles in the ocean, is that hydration process. And so those C-shaped markings are from the piece of glass hitting other, rocks or debris that's in the ocean and tumbling smooth over time. So, okay, and that one is $279. So those are all the necklaces. We're next gonna look at earrings. We do just have a handful of earrings. So I'm gonna flip the camera around for a second and show you the pair of earrings that I'm wearing. I think these are, and the necklace I'm wearing, I forgot to show you guys this one too. This one is $379. So this is the cage necklace. We had that medium size and the small size. This is the largest one. It's the only one that's this large. It's really, really cool. I just love this piece. And for this necklace, I'm wearing it on an 18-inch chain, but you could certainly wear it longer and have it kind of like hang over your sweater or your shirt as well, which would be really cool. And it can move. In the setting, it can totally move around. And then I'm wearing these Ohajiki earrings. I just think the color looks so beautiful. So you can definitely mix and match any of like the Ohajiki pieces with the sea glass marbles. Anything that you find the color that you really like, or maybe you have a pair of single bezel set earrings from us in seafoam and you think the color can complement. There's a lot of pieces that you can mix and match. I'm wearing the olive ring with it just to kind of keep with the green pieces. So these earrings were $329. These are $329. They're double bezel set. Really pretty. Okay. I'm going to bring them over here. So we have these that are $298. These are really beautiful. I wore these last week in the video, the informational video that we did. So these are bottle tops. So that's how they get perfectly round, and they're pretty flat. All right. Then we have, some Ohajikis here. We have the yellow and the cobalt, which, let me tell you, we do not have a lot of earrings in this grouping because trying to find sea glass to match is hard in and of itself, and then trying to find Ohajikis or marbles to match feels almost impossible. I think these are really, really good matches. So if you love earrings, this is an amazing time because, let me tell you, these are not easy to come by for sure. So we have those Ohajikis. We have these two here in the middle, which are super cool. We have the cobalt here. These are $329. And then we have these beautiful turquoise, $329. Okay, now we're going to take a look at some of the round marble earrings. We have just a few of those, I think just 4 pairs. So we have 1 pair of turquoise. These are $268, and these, I love this style for earrings because they're completely reversible. So when you're wearing them, they look the same, you know, from the back, the front. If you are wearing your hair up and somebody is like looking at you from the side, it's just really cool because there's no like actual true back to these earrings. They're beautiful. So $239, $268. And then we have 2 more pairs. We have a cute little yellow. There's somebody that loves yellow. These are $239. And then we have this beautiful color here, which is almost like an aqua and a cobalt, and those are $239. So those are our earrings. We do have some amazing bracelets, just a couple bracelets. The bracelets are $398 and the turquoise one is $429. I'm gonna hold them all up here. I will try one on for you. So we have the yellow, we have this beautiful, like, this is like a deep cornflower, a turquoise, and then this beautiful ohajiki. This is like the color of the earrings that I was wearing, and we do have a necklace too, so if you're looking for a full set, that would be a great piece. All right, let me hold a couple of these up. So here's the cuff bracelet. This is a really fun new style. This is the first time that we're showcasing the style, and we do have a matching ring. That's this style as well. So it's hammered sterling silver. It kind of has a tapered design. Again, it gets a little bit wider close to the ohajiki here with a swirl that's welded right on to the silver. So really fun. Let me try that on for you. For our bracelets and our rings, we always offer custom sizing. So we make them a little bit larger and then we can always size them down for you. But, you know, it's really hard to add metal because we don't want there to be a weak spot, you know, where we had to cut and add metal. So we always make them like size 8 or so, 8.5, and then we can size them down from there. So if you need a size 6.5, a 7, 7.5, 8, 8.25, 8.5, whatever you need, just let us know and we'll custom size it for you prior to shipping. So same thing with the rings. We make all of the rings in size 9, and then we can size up to size 11 or down to any size. So here's, I love this color. Isn't that so beautiful? I just think that's stunning. That one's $398. $429 is for the turquoise, and the others are $398. This one's $398. Look at this amazing color. It looks literally like it's glowing. That's so pretty. Such a striking color. I really like this design too. And then we have a beautiful yellow. This one, the others are ohajikis, and one is the cornflower is a kick up, but this is an actual marble, and it's this beautiful like oval shape, so we were able to set it. You can see some of that bright color too in the back, which is really cool, like that milk glass color. Alrighty, now let's take a look at rings. So I have 2 trays, and then I have a couple that are individual. So we'll start with this tray. So this style is $239, and again, these are all a size 9, and we can size up to size 11 or down to any size. So I'm just going to show one up close really quick, and then I'll show you all the colors just so I can show you the detail and the design. So these are the same design as the bracelet. The ohajiki is single bezel set in sterling silver, has sterling silver tapered band, gets a little wider here, and it has that really fun swirl design. So I think these are so fun, really different. It's the first time we're doing this design. And so we have up top here, these are marbles, and they're kind of like half marbles. They're really, really old, so when they were smoothing in the ocean, they kind of, instead of being completely round, they're almost like little flattened egg-like shapes. So you can see they still have a pretty low profile, some lower than others. But we have this one that has a little bit of white and different shades of cobalt here. Cobalt and cornflower swirling through it. This one is a opalescent marble. This one is super, super cool. Definitely picks up, you can kind of see it has those like opal-y tones to it. This one here has, I don't know if this light is helping at all, but this one has, sometimes it's hard to describe the colors because there's a little bit of milk glass that's on top, and there's different layers of color in the background. So that has a yellow, a little bit of orange, and white, like clear glass with some white milk glass on the surface. This one is really neat because it has the same thing. Like if I hold the light right there, you can see it has like this blue is that clear glass, and then it's got the different shades of milk glass, a little bit of like a light periwinkle, and a little shade of like a golden color in there as well. And then this is a kick up, beautiful aqua kick up right there. We have the Ohajiki here in the middle. These are all beautiful turquoise Ohajiki, cobalt Ohajiki, orange, cobalt. This one has a little different pattern. It's more like a crisscross pattern, and then a beautiful yellow. And then down here at the bottom, we have green, yellow. This one's fun. That's that color that I love again with a little bit of like a swoosh pattern at the bottom. And this one is neat. It looks almost like a pattern that you'd find on the surface of a strawberry. And then it's in that beautiful aqua color. So we've got those rings. Those are all $239. And then we have this tray of rings, which is the ring style that I'm wearing. So it's double bezel setting with a split band, and it has a bead at the top and the bottom. These are $249. And so these are a little bit bigger. These are all those kick-ups, these really fun kick-ups from the bottom of the bottle. This is a marble. This is like a half marble. You can see some of the color behind it. Shades of turquoise in there, beautiful turquoise. There's a Japanese marble. This one's a Japanese marble. This one's a Japanese marble too. And it has, the yellow has, it's a little bit more of like a milk glass in that yellow. Here, this is a marble as well. You can tell because they're like half domed. They're rounded at the top. There, this marble has little stripes going through it. And this yellow one is a marble too, not an Ohajiki. The Ohajikis are always flat. And then this cobalt here is a kick up. Oh, and then the one that I'm wearing, the olive green. This one's a kick up too. I just love that color. Alrighty, and I've got 5 more rings that are all, whoops, single. I have them all on individual little stands. So these are all $249. So we have the yellow. We have this beautiful like sea foam with a little bit of yellow in the corner. That's really pretty. We have that color that I'm in love with. I don't even know how to classify it because it's kind of like an aqua, has like an aqua undertone to it. And then we have these two, and these are all $249. Again, they're all a size 9. We offer complimentary custom ring sizing. We can size up to a size 11 or down to any size. If you choose to get a sizing, just give us a few extra days because we do sizings on Tuesdays. So let me just try this on for you to show you what it looks like on, just to give you an idea. So I know because this is a pre-recorded video, if there's something that you were hoping to see tried on, you know, that gets a little bit challenging, but what you can do, don't worry, like we have thought through that to kind of come up with a solution. So just comment here in the comments below. I'll save this video. You can comment here and just, you know, ask for sizing questions, or if you want Sam to try anything on for you, she can try it on and send you a picture or a video. And by the time we post this video, I will be home tomorrow. So I'll be coming home the day of our live. So I land like at midnight. So on tonight, Wednesday night. And so if you have any questions, I can always do try-ons for you tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll jump in the stories and do some try-ons or whatever you need. I'll see how many questions come through. But that is, I think that's everything. Oh my gosh, there's so much jewelry on this table. So there we go. Let me flip the camera around. So there we go. There's everything to show you. Yeah, just to give you an idea of sizes too, I can try on one of these if you'd like, so that you can see. So this one is the largest one. This one was one of a kind. And then this is our medium size necklace. We had, I think, like 10 of these, just to show you a little comparison. This is the size of that one. And then we do have the small one, which is a little bit smaller than this one. So there we go. I hope you guys love everything. I am so excited. You know, sometimes there's so much time that goes into creating these before we actually get to the point where we get to share them with you. So something like this, I mean, the last time we did a sea glass marble and Ohajiki collection was, I think it was September of 2022 or 2023. It was a few years ago. And so we had utilized at that time almost all of the sea glass marbles and Ohajikis that we had in our collection, and then we started again working with our sea glass collectors. As you know, we do not collect all of these pieces ourselves. We've been in business for 23 years, and although we do collect some sea glass here in Massachusetts, I'm not traveling to Japan to collect these sea glass Ohajikis. We work with collectors around the world that we've been partnering with for over 20 years, and so we do get the marbles and Ohajikis from some of them. But it's still one of those things where it's not like, you know, a ton of marbles are just washing up on the ocean, on the beach and in the sand every single week. So as our collectors go out and they find things, then we'll source them and purchase them from them so that we can kind of put them aside until we have enough to work with to create a jewelry collection of this size for you all. So I think there's about 114 pieces of jewelry, and you know, it took us 2 or 3 years to source and collect this many marbles and then make all the jewelry out of it. So it takes a while. I know we'll have lots of questions of like when we're gonna have more of these. I'm anticipating that most of you are gonna love this design and want more. So we will eventually hope to rotate these out again and maybe have another one in a few years, but it will be a little while. So let me know the questions that you have. Feel free to pop any questions or comments in the comment section below. If you need try-ons or have sizing questions or want to see things on, just literally type them in the comments below. And when I get back, we'll just go through. Sam will probably start and send you some pictures too, and we'll make sure you get all the pictures that you need so you can feel ready and prepared for tomorrow night. So tomorrow night we'll be showcasing necklaces and earrings. I always like to do those together, so that will be the longer of the 2 nights. And then on Friday night we'll do rings and bracelets, and we will also showcase any pieces that we still have available from the previous night, from Thursday night. And if you can't watch us live, no worries, we will save the replay and we will post available items up in our Instagram stories afterwards. And then just always check our Instagram stories for details. We always post stories about how to shop, where to shop, how to watch our lives and things like that if you have any confusion. But the best way to stay up to date and get all the information is to become an Inner Circle member, because we send out emails with this information. So if you want to join our Inner Circle community, comment VIP below and I'll make sure that we get you on our email list. Okay, great. Thank you guys so much. I hope you love everything, and I will see you at 7 o'clock tomorrow night for the first part of our live stream. Bye.